Hi, I'm David Schricker, founder of Wilderside. And we're the makers of the Freedom Launcher landing gear, and we've been selling the Freedom Launcher for over 3 years. And in that time, we've learned from customers what it is that they really like about the Freedom Launcher and why they purchased initially, and then what they love about it after they've done the purchase. And so I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that today. Obviously, if you've checked out the Freedom Launcher, both the features as well as the price, you know that you pay a premium for the Freedom Launcher relative to the other options. And these are the reasons why customers are willing to pay the premium to get what the Freedom Launcher has to offer. First and foremost, customers like their Freedom Launcher because the wheels are always at the ready, and you can raise or lower them, like I still had that one lowered, right? And you can raise or lower it just that easy. So I'm out in the water, I'm away from the ramp, and you can drop the wheels when you're coming into land, you can raise them when you're coming up and getting ready to go out. And that is really like the key feature that they love. This enables the kayak to stay level throughout the entire use cycle, right? And that's really a big deal. Like for customers who have switched from scupper carts to the Freedom Launcher. It eliminates having to tip the kayak at the ramp, either on the water or in the ramp, and slip in the scupper cart. And I know, here's a couple examples that customers have told me. Will from Napa, California, did that 2 or 3 times a week. You got to do it twice, one to put the wheels in, one to take them out. And he injured himself, injured his shoulder, and could no longer use the scupper cart. So he called and put a Freedom Launcher on his Hobie PA-12, and he's had over 2 years of very successful use, both in freshwater and salt, and he loves his Freedom Launcher. I just got a call and have a new customer, Jeff from Michigan, and he called very frustrated because he has a brand new Hobie Lynx, car tops this thing, and he's coming in late at night. You know, you're busy, you're fishing, you're tired, it's maybe 10 o'clock, it's dark. He's in the water right by the ramp, and he tilts the kayak to put the scupper cart in. He has a little plop, doesn't think a thing about it. He goes home, and the next morning he realizes he's missing his paddle drive. Well, it plopped in the water, tipping sideways while you're putting the scupper cart in. He didn't realize it. It was just, you're tired, you're not maybe thinking your best, and he's out $1,000. He's got the Freedom Launcher, just installed it a couple months ago, and he was really excited when he installed it. He and his son helped him do that. And then you've got the customers who switched from a strap-on cart. They're great. I mean, they're great tools if they work right for you. But many of my customers say, like when it's windy like this, or even worse, trying to lift the kayak on top of the kayak cart, it becomes a very difficult situation. The cart wants to move on you. You got to get it in just the right place, and it keeps scooting around. It's very difficult. You got to lift it, and they don't like that. So they switched to the Freedom Launcher to avoid that hassle. You're coming into land, and you got to watch out for the paddle. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just put it right here. Works all right. Drop the wheel, and you're ready to land this thing. This is pretty heavy kayak. I don't have that much stuff in it right now, but some people, they put motors on, they put all sorts of things on, and that's a big deal. So wheels that go up or down while you're comfortably seated on the kayak, and that is the big deal with the Freedom Launcher, right? But there's another reason that customers are interested in the Freedom Launcher, and that is because we can do heavy loads. This thing is really built stout. You compare what we've made the Freedom Launcher from and how we designed it. We can go up to 240 pounds with this particular model on an Old Town Big Water. And so we're really proud of that fact. That was the original boat that I was about that weight, and that's how the Freedom Launcher was born. A third reason that customers like the Freedom Launcher is because we have vertical legs that go straight down. And by doing that, we put more weight on the wheels and less on your hands. And that's a big deal, especially as these kayaks get heavier and people putting batteries and motors on them. If you've seen the video, Mike Carter from Louisiana, he's got this native Slayer with a NK300 on the back, batteries, 25-pound ice bag, catch bag, and you know, it just gets to be, and he fully loads it up in the parking lot and takes off. Yeah, that means that, you know, the nice thing about it, because we can handle the heavier loads, you don't have to make multiple trips to the water. You take your kayak out of the pickup or off the trailer in the parking lot, load it up, you lock your vehicle and you go. You know, having to mess around with the trailer sometimes, I know a lot of customers have trailers, my customers have trailers, and they still prefer to go without a trailer launch just because of the convenience of getting around the ramp on a very busy day. So because you also have wheels at the ready anytime, you can get to those hard to get to places like, you know, the sides of roads or places where there is not a boat ramp. And, you know, and some customers choose to have these balloon tires like I have in the back here. And they allow you to go really in a lot of places where the ground is soft or very rocky, and it really smooths out the ride and makes it possible to launch a big heavy kayak in places that don't have easy access like a boat ramp. You know, another reason that customers like the Freedom Launcher is that this mechanism works great in the saltwater, and it doesn't get corroded in a way that impedes the actuation. And so, you know, lubrication is required. We've had several customers in the salt, some that have been on for over 2 years and working great without lubrication. And that I have customers who have switched from competitive landing gear, and they say that's been a problem for them. The mechanism it kind of gets gummed up, especially in salt water. I guess the other thing that I hear from customers after they've purchased a Freedom Launcher and they're out in it is the cool factor. It's the fact that you can do your business on the ramp, flip your wheels up or down, nice and easy, like I'm doing right here, and it's effortless, and it makes launching look easy, which it is easier. And people are looking at you like, how did you just do that? I've never seen something like that before. And I guess people have kind of called it the cool factor. And so there is a bit of a cool factor with the Freedom Launcher, because it changes the game in terms of how you can launch and land your kayak. The other thing that we have going for the Freedom Launcher is various color options. So you can get the crossbar in either natural aluminum, like on this kayak, or you can go black powder coat. Some people want to do black powder coat legs as well, and we'll do that option. It's available as an upgrade. Some people want black hubs on the wheels. All of those options are available, and you can do those no problem. And here's a picture of a PA-14 that's been tricked out with the black legs. This is a gentleman, I believe his name is David, from Texas. We've been around the block now. We have experience fitting up to over 40 different kayak hull designs across over 15 different brands. So with that, we've developed several different mounting solutions that work across those various kayaks. Some mounting solutions are unique to one kayak. Other mounting solutions fit many different kayak designs. It just all depends upon what the shape of the hull is back here, where you're attaching your crossbar to the kayak. If you've got something and you're interested, even if you don't see it on the website, we can probably do it for you. And we've sold to more kayaks than we even have offerings for, because we'll just use a special order form if it's a onesie twosie. We'll be getting more kayaks models out there. I've had several customers interested in the Hobie Passport, both the 10.5 and the 12, and we're working on a solution for that right now. And I get that price is an issue, right? We're pretty much double the competitive landing gear, and that is a big pill to swallow. I understand that. When I designed the Freedom Launcher, I wasn't necessarily about a price point. I was about an experience. I wanted to make it easy to go up and down the ramp, anticipating that kayaks were going to get heavier and motorized, and wanting a solution for people that wanted landing gear that was capable to be easy, heavy duty, last a lifetime, and just make kayaking a lot more fun and a lot less of a hassle, because it is a hassle when you have a big heavy boat. We have come out with the Adventure Series. The Adventure Series is a lower cost solution for those that are pretty much exclusively freshwater. We've put a more economical wheel on, and we've also eliminated a lot of stainless steel, which we pay a lot of money for the stainless steel components that are in the Sportsman Edition. If you want an Adventure Series, check it out. We have several solutions out there. And if you don't see a solution and you really want an Adventure Series, we can do a special order. That'd have to be phone only at this point in time. Well, I've talked a lot about the Freedom Launcher, and I'd just like to wrap up. You know, if you're interested, please check out our Freedom Launcher product line at wilderside.life. We'd love to have you as a future customer. And with that, I'm going to just wrap this up, and Emily's going to take a photo of me trying to land this thing a little more elegantly than I launched it. And here we go. First of all, it's time for a drink. All right, so my wheels are up. Probably unlock my drive, so if I bump the bottom, don't have a problem. And about here, I drop the wheels. I don't know if I can do a dry foot landing or not, but we'll see. How about that? It's even able to keep my feet dry.